Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Daniel chapters 4 through 6. These chapters give us 3 powerful stories that honestly each build on one another. There's elements of pride being humbled, faith being tested, and God's deliverance being assured. Let's start with chapter 4. King Nebuchadnezzar tells his own story. He was at ease in his palace, proud of his power and success, when he had a dream of a great tree that reached to the heavens. But then the tree was cut down, and only the stump was left. Daniel is able to interpret this dream that the tree is Nebuchadnezzar himself, and unless he humbles himself, God will cut him down. And that's exactly what happens. Nebuchadnezzar is driven far away from his throne, living like a wild animal until he finally lifts his eyes to heaven and acknowledges that God alone rules. In the end, Nebuchadnezzar declares, "Those who walk in pride, he is able to humble." Chapter 5 introduces a new king, Belshazzar. He throws a huge party drinking wine from the sacred vessels taken from God's temple. In the middle of his arrogance, a hand appears and writes on the wall, "Mene, mene, tekel parsin," it says. Daniel interprets it. God has numbered your days. You have been weighed and found wanting, and your kingdom is about to be divided. That very night, Babylon falls to the Persians. Belshazzar loses his throne, and the message is clear. God's judgment cannot be mocked. Then in chapter 6, under the new king, Darius, we get one of the most famous stories in Scripture, Daniel in the lion's den. Daniel is faithful to pray to God even when a law forbids it. His enemies trap him, and the king, reluctant but bound by his own decree, throws Daniel into the lion's den. But God shuts the mouths of the lions, much like he did with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the furnace. Daniel is delivered, and Darius declares that everyone must tremble before the God of Daniel. For God is the living God, whose kingdom shall never be destroyed. So let's take a look at these chapters and what they might mean for you and I today. There's a couple things, right? Pride is dangerous. Nebuchadnezzar's story is a warning that success and power can deceive us into thinking we actually are in control when we're not. The second one is that God's judgment is real. Belshazzar mocked the holy things of God, and he lost everything in a single night. This is part of the reason why God says, honor the Sabbath day, right? Let's keep God's things, God's things. Finally, the faithful receive courage from God. Daniel didn't hide his prayers. He didn't cave under pressure. He trusted God, and God was with him. So as we take away all these things, we remember that God is with us when we're humble and come before him for help. Be well, friends.